Happy Tuesday. I'm Kay Hall, your neighborhood trichologist from the state of Maryland. Today is Talk About It Tuesday. Thank you for joining on the educational side of TikTok. And this can be a long video. I'm going to try to get it under 5 minutes, I swear. But if you need to 2 times it, make sure you do that. But it's after 5 o'clock, and you know what time it is. I don't even have to say too much. But let's go ahead and get into it. September is Alopecia Awareness Month. We've been celebrating Alopecia Awareness Month by wearing our blue all month long. Thank you to those clients, friends, and family that have shown their solidarity with my alopecia patients by wearing blue. I really appreciate it. Donating to the raffle. Thank you so much. I hope that you're able to gift your consults to the people that you love. So getting into it, alopecia, we talked about, is the umbrella term for hair loss. We broke that into subcategories because hair loss is just a really big and broad term. And we understood that we have traction alopecia. Last week we talked about alopecia areata. And today we're going to discuss the big one, Ccca. That is the one that everyone is talking about. That's the one that's, most people Google or research or try to understand, or they've had the diagnosis from their dermatologist and or doctor, and that's the one that they want to know about. So what is Ccca? So first of all, that is the acronym. The actual word is central, centrifugal, cicatricial alopecia. And that is the alopecia that is considered scarring alopecia. We have categories of non-scarring alopecia and we have categories of scarring alopecia. And that is considered a scarring alopecia. Why is it considered scarring? Because the damage can destruct the hair follicles so bad that the hair could be permanently damaged or permanently scarred, and that hair can potentially not grow back. What changes or makes that true or not true? For me, time is a very big factor. So if someone, I'm going to use COVID as a timestamp. We've been post-COVID 5 years. 2020 to 2025 is 5 years. That is a great window that if you've been experiencing hair loss since COVID, that I probably would have much success with you working in my clinic. Okay. And if you've been experiencing Ccca and the symptoms that persist with that, then that is something that I would look at as a case that I am willing to get involved with, that I can potentially be of help. Now, if we're looking pre-COVID, right, 7 years, right, or 10 years, that puts us back at 2015 for 10 years, and then beyond 10 years, 2008 or 2009, we're looking at almost 18, 19 years of hair loss. And when you have a scarring alopecia for so long, it's called scarring because the scalp will build up cells on that scar tissue, or they'll build up tissue and create scar tissue so that hair can't be recaptured. The follicle can essentially die off. Right? So there's a window that I feel can be successful. 5 years is not the cutoff, but it's definitely a good starting point. And I think that there is a sweet spot for some between that 8 and 5 year window. Just depends, right? Every case is different. And that's the thing with hair loss. There are no two cases that are alike. So, central, centrifugal, cicatricial alopecia, Ccca. You are presented with symptoms first. No one just wakes up and just has hair loss to this level with this particular hair loss. It's presented with symptoms, tenderness, burning, the hair in the follicle. You comb it and you can almost feel exactly where the hair is coming out of the follicle, because it'll have like a pin and needle kind of feel in the scalp. Very, very sensitive. You wrap your hair, it's sensitive. You put it in a ponytail, it's sensitive. You try to go get braids, it doesn't even last that long in your head because you're so annoyed at the feeling that is in the scalp, you have to take the braids out. that is your body telling you that something is wrong and you need to seek help. No different than a pain in your elbow and you feel it every time it's a twitch or move, or you feel like heat radiating from an injury. It's inflammatory. It is the signal that your body is telling you that something is wrong and you should seek help. Oftentimes we ignore that though. Early on, people ignore that sign. They say, oh, I need to take the braids down. Then they take the braids down and they feel some relief. Or the itching, they go get some, shampoos that have the tea tree oils in them and the, medicated stuff. And it makes it feel good, like really good for a while. But then eventually they'll reintroduce that service back into their routine, whether it's braids, weaves, wigs, whatever. They'll reintroduce something and those symptoms will come back and reintroduce themselves into the equation. And then you start to get these symptoms all over again. And I'm here to make the connection for you. They're connected. They're connected. This is the sign I'm telling you that they're connected. So now that we know that they're connected, I like to teach my patients about inflammation. Inflammation is not always just topical. Inflammation is from the inside. Diet can cause inflammation. Medicine can cause inflammation. Metabolic disorders can cause inflammation. Topical services can introduce inflammation. So until you understand how to control your inflammation, it would be very difficult to control your hair loss. Okay, so I don't use words reverse hair loss or cure alopecia. I don't use those terms, but I do use the word control. And if you're able to control it and control your inflammation, then there's a high possibility that I may be able to help you. All right, so not to get too much into it, the video would be 10 minutes if I keep going. But let's recap. Ccca is the acronym for Central, Centrifugal, Cicatricial Alopecia. It comes with symptoms: tenderness, burning, soreness to the scalp, pins and needle type of feeling, okay? It's inflammatory. When it gets down into the follicle, that inflammation starts to ignite under that follicle and it makes friends because the follicles are so close together. They make friends. They throw parties, right? And when they throw a party in this district, which may be about a size that's about that big, and they throw out the SOS to the other states and they say, hey, we got a party over here. Do you want to join us? And those follicles then become infected as well. So here's my thing. If you feel something, see something, say something. Don't go too long undetected or not understanding the type of hair loss that you have. And I hope this helps somebody. If you know somebody that has questions on hair loss or hair restoration, please have them call me. I do offer free 15-minute consultations, and I would love to discuss that with them. I'm going to put the website right here at the bottom. You can schedule and get on my calendar for a 15-minute consult. And if you thought this information was useful on the educational side of TikTok, please share it, like it, comment. And if you have questions or if you have some gentle critiques, put it in the comments for me. I would love to respond. I hope you guys have a wonderful and prosperous week.